So I wanted to do a video of decluttering my concealers that I have. This is pretty much all the concealers that I have left in my makeup collection. So I'm going to go through it and let you know why they didn't work. Beginning with these two, the NYX bases are super dry, and I think that I've had these for over a year. So I'm actually going to get rid of those two because number one, I wasn't using them. They're really dry, really hard to blend in, and so for me, this is just what didn't work out. So I'm going to get rid of those two. The same thing with this I got from Coastal Scents. It's the Camo Quad in medium, and it's supposed to have a highlighter, and then these are supposed to be concealers, and I don't know if you're supposed to like try to do some cream contour with that, but the formula is also the same thing with the as with the NYX. They're very dry and very hard to blend. So I was using it with a little bit of my moisturizer, but it just was too messy, and I really didn't get as much use of this as I thought I was going to, so I'm going to get rid of that. It's pretty old. Another one that I feel it's way too much of a dry formula. It's the MAC and concealer, and this is in the Studio Finish Concealer in NW30. It was the right shade and it was the right tone for me, but I don't like that you have to really work hard with it, and it feels like you are caking on way too much product because it's hard to blend, so you kind of have to add more to get it to work. So I'm gonna actually depot this and back to MAC it, because I have a couple of other MAC products that I can take back, and then I believe it's 6 products you take back to MAC, and then they give you a free lipstick, so that's gonna be one of those that goes back. This is something that I got from Coastal Scents, which at first when I got it, I really liked it. It's like a color corrector concealer, so you put it under your concealer, and it did work. I do have a lot of dark circles around my eyes, so I would put a little bit of this, and then I would put my concealer on top of it, and it worked. However, this is really old, and I don't even remember when it was that I got it, so that has to go. This is from Physicians Formula, and it's the Conceal RX or Conceal Prescription, whatever, concealer. And the same thing as with these, the formula is really dry, and it ends up looking really cakey, and it settles into your fine lines, and so it didn't work for me. And then to top it off, I got I think this is a Natural Light, and Physicians Formula doesn't have that much of a variety of colors, so for me, you know, it was way too light, so I'm going to get rid of that. Next is this Maybelline Mineral Power. This is so old. I don't even remember how old this is, but I don't even know if they make it anymore, but this was a very good concealer. So if anybody knows what the new version of this is in the color beige, and if anybody knows what the new version of this is, let me know please, because this was actually my favorite concealer of all time. But since I don't wear concealer and foundation that often, it's just been sitting here, and I know that this is way over a year, and so that's got to go. The same thing with this Age Rewind. I love it. I hate the packaging. I just hate how it has a little sponge on the top here, and it gets really messy. So what I did is I took the sponge off, and then I was pushing up the product to come out, and then using a brush. But because it's so messy and it's just not a convenient thing for me, I decided that I don't like it enough to repurchase, so I'm going to let that go. So let's see what else. I'm going to go in this direction. I'll leave those for last. This is a conceal pen from Wet n Wild, and I don't think that it was good because it didn't really cover much, and I don't like the consistency of the formula, so I'm going to get rid of that. And this one I do like. It's the Dream Lumi concealer pen, and it's supposed to be like a dupe for the Le Teint Chocolat by Yves Saint Laurent. And I don't know because I don't have that one, but I do recommend this one. However, old, so it's got to go. And these are my two concealers that I'm currently using is the NYX HD concealer. This was in tan and this is in yellow, and both of these I'm going to keep. These are the only two concealers that I'm going to keep because I feel like these are the ones that work the best. I put this on first, a little bit of color correction, just a tiny bit goes a long way, and then this one on top, it's just like a perfect match for my skin, so it doesn't even look like I'm wearing anything. So because of that, and because I like my makeup to be very minimal and I don't like to cake my foundation and concealer, these are the ones that are going to work for me. So I'm going to keep these two, and I am getting rid of all of that, and then I will continue to share with you guys what else I declutter from my collection. I have a bunch of makeup which I need to go through because it's a little ridiculous right about now, and I really need to make sure that I go through this, like, you know, as soon as possible. So I will let you guys know what else I get rid of. The next will probably be maybe blushes or powders. So I'll let you guys know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.